Hello everyone, my name's Joe, and this is Jace. He's with
Yo.
me here, and we're casting for Danger MCE. My friend Mason asked me to do this, and I decided to oblige because casting is just a fun time.
Yes, it is.
All right, and so this was a Platinum 1v1 game I played a couple days ago. I'm the Red Terran, CtrlAltDfeat, spawning in the 3 o'clock position, and we have over here. We're just gonna call him Blue Zerg, but
Tits McGee.
if you're curious, Tits McGee in the 8 o'clock position.
It's a great name.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
many would disagree.
I
I don't disagree. I think it's a
I
kick-ass
think
name.
that's an awesome name.
Yeah, Tits McGee, everyone.
In fact, I think I'm gonna go home, change my name to like, Tits McCormick or something.
That's
like that.
retarded.
Okay. I was trying to think of a
Anyway, build order.
Build order.
I got my supply depot at 9 SCVs. What you should do with every build or any build that you do as a Terran, and then barracks at 10. And once your barracks finishes, it's best to make your orbital command. In fact, it's almost essential to get your orbital command right away because you need those mules, especially against Zerg macro with all their multiple drone building that everyone hates except for Zerg players. All right, and then scouts are going out. I scouted the 6 o'clock position, as has Tits McGee, or Blue Zerg, with his Overlord. And here goes his drone scout. He's not going to find me right away, so he'll find me last at the 3 o'clock. And, okay, here goes my SCV coming up, and the barracks is almost done. And mainly in this game, I went for a rush strategy, and when I passed his natural, I noticed that he wasn't going for a fast expand, so I decided not to do the Marine Rush, which is very standard against Zerg fast expands in upper Platinum, Diamond, and Master games.
Is Platinum is fast expand? Is that common in Platinum? Because I wouldn't know. I'm not in Platinum, but
Fast. Well, I found it to be, at least as a Terran player, I only really play Terran. That Zerg likes to do it a lot because they don't think that very many rush strategies are viable for Terran. But I've decided to prove that wrong. And, well, basically against really fast expands where they get it before their spawning pool, where a Zerg player gets it before their spawning pool, they'll put the hatchery out at their natural, and when you see that, it's best to go 2 racks, Marine Rush, and I like to throw in SCVs just to block Zerglings and take hits, and maybe even throw down a bunker. But in this game, he did not do that, so he would have enough Zerglings to fend that off, so I decided to do, I guess you could call it a Thor rush, but really it's just fast Thors, because, I mean, how fast can you get out tier 3 units for it to be called a rush? Not very fast.
have you seen the Mothership Rush?
Oh yeah, if you guys haven't seen it, I don't remember the names or casters or anything. It was a dual cast, but
just do a YouTube search of
just YouTube Mothership Rush. It was hilarious. All right, and
that was like a tournament game too.
That
wasn't
was
it?
someone private messaged him in the middle of his game, told him to Mothership Rush, and he did it, and he won.
Well, seriously, who's ever gonna think of that?
I guess the other Protoss player didn't. And alright, and so I've basically kind of done what looks like a stupid wall end, but since I didn't expect a Baneling bust, because he didn't have his Baneling nest out right away, I decided to make kind of a weak wall here with just a reactor and supply depot on the weak side, with a bunker barracks. And I put the reactor on this barracks to get out early Marines for bunker defense, and it's pre-built for this factory here so I can get out fast Hellions to harass the early Zerglings that are going to pop out here pretty soon. Because I didn't see, a Roach Warren, so early Hellions is very effective when there aren't any Roaches.
Except against Queens.
Yeah, you can get Queens with Hellions if you micro them, but generally if Zerglings run in with the Queen, you gotta run away. And also Zerg players, if you're having problems with Hellions running into up your main ramp early right here, then usually you can just take your Queen and put it on hold position, and then when the Hellions leave, just pull your Queen back. Or even what I've seen done, it's happened to me and I hated it. Someone put their Queen on hold position up here, moved their Zerglings around here, and then I came up with my Hellions, tried to kill the Queen, and the Zerglings moved in and trapped all my Hellions. I ended up winning anyway, but it was still kind of lame. Alright, and then I've also pre-built the tech lab up here for my Thors, and you want to get your armory out as soon as possible, because when you're using Hellion harass like this, it's going to prompt the Zerg player to go into Mutalisks, because they're obviously really effective against Hellions. And,
duh, they can't shoot air.
You know what? Shush. And so yeah, That's the main reason that this Thor Helion tactic is so effective against Zerg, is because it draws Mutalisks out, which are completely wrecked by Thors. And you know, most people will say, oh, just magic box your Mutalisks.
Magic box doesn't work, okay? It just doesn't work.
It works, but it doesn't change the fact that Thors counter Mutalisks.
It's gonna slow down the process in which your Mutalisks are wrecked by Thors.
Yeah.
I know, I've done it, it failed. I'm not the best Zerg player in the world. I've tried the magic box. Yeah, it might have given me an extra 2 seconds before all of my Mutalisks were destroyed.
Yeah, but I mean, Magic Box you have to do it if you're stuck fighting Thors with Mutalisks. But generally, Thors, Mutalisks, don't send Mutalisks to Thors. Just don't do it. Alright, here we go. First bit of action here in the game. I did that kind of on accident, but he ended up wasting a lot of Banelings on it, so it's okay. And I'm just microing my Helions back and forth here, trying to kill as many Zerglings as I can. And generally, you want to do this off the creep, because if you'll look, I'll pause it for a sec here. Zergling speed off creep is 4.7, while Helions is 4. Oh, he's on creep, I guess, but that's kind of stupid. But
well, it's a speedling, so it's got a little more.
Whatever. Helions are basically Zergs lot faster on creep than they are on regular ground. Helions, obviously, their speed doesn't change. So try to kite Zerglings off creep, but if you can't, no big deal. And besides, if you're on creep, generally you want to be going for drones, because you know Helions can really destroy drones and hurt that Zerg macro that everyone hates. And, alright, here we go. I've got my armory out, and like a scrub, I've left my idle SCV there, because I'm microing my Helions. And when your armory comes out, you want to get that Thor out right away, because as you can see, he hasn't started his Spire yet. But most Zerg players will have started their Spire by now, by seeing this. And he's decided to throw down the Spine Crawler to deal with this. My Helions are just doing so much damage right now. They've got 6 kills and 11 kills, and then I finally just decide to let them die. And if we look at the units lost tab here, he has double the units lost from 4 Helions that I sent, and he's lost 28 Zerglings and Banelings. Back here, I've already got 4 Helions that I macroed up with my macros here on the lower thing, and that's very... If you're not putting things on the number line, do it. I mean, honestly, it makes your game so much better. All you do is press Control and then a number. Generally, I like to put my main base on 3, and then my first expansion on 2, and then my third one on 1, and I can use all my orbital commands, and generally I don't need to use more than 3 orbital commands. And all my barracks go on 4, all my factories on 5. And in this instance, I'm rallying all my new units that come with this Thor Rush that I've made with SCVs and Helions onto the attack, so the new units will show up. And I've also started Weapons +1, which is very effective for Thors because they already do 60 damage in their 2-attack combo. And with Weapons +1, it upgrades that damage to 66 because each of the 30 halves of the attack do 3 more.
Yeah, I gotta say the whole control grouping your buildings. I play Zerg, so
if you play Zerg, you have to.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, and it's really not that hard because all you really have to do is control group all of your hatcheries.
Yeah, I mean, and they made it so much easier since Brood War because you can actually select multiple buildings. But I mean, for those of you who don't play Brood War, you wouldn't really know. But anyway, here we go. I've got my Helions. I've already killed all of his Zerglings, leaving my Thor free to kill everything, including these Mutalisks, which have finally spawned, which usually you expect earlier. And so yeah, here goes my Thor shooting all the Mutalisks while the SCVs are repairing. The only downside to this is the Mutalisk bounce attack really hurts your SCVs, and they will eventually die, as you see here, but they pretty much saved my Thor in this case. Not really. He probably would have had like maybe 50 health left without those SCVs.
More health.
Yeah,
better.
More health, better. And I think I call in a mule at this point just to repair it. Oh, yep, there it is.
Yeah.
And this, and usually I just do this for the lulls, but this actually saved me.
Would you pause that right there? Just pause it. Okay, now zoom in right there. I failed to see how a chainsaw to the crotch is gonna repair any unit. But you know, whatever. You
know what, Chase? Thors don't like you.
Yeah,
and here come the new mutas, and as you can see, all the mutas have taken damage already because he hasn't magic boxed them. Well, he probably didn't magic box them because he came out of the eggs, but if you're not magic boxing against Thors, do it. And if you want to fix your problem entirely, don't send Mutalisk at Thors. Alright, and then he's decided to, I guess, round up his last-ditch effort and his base from my Thor Rush, because I now have 2 Thors Yeah, he's making roaches, which is basically it can counter this build in large numbers, but in early game this rush really works because it can kill these roaches that he ends up getting out and the mutalisks. And yeah, so there he goes.
Tits McGee left the game.
Bye bye, Tits McGee.
Not even a GG.
Yeah, he probably wasn't very happy about getting rushed as a Zerg player.
That's not. I mean, I wouldn't call that a rush, but definitely
it's a rush.
He was going. It seems to me he was going pro econ while you were going pro. Buildy.
No, because if he gone pro econ, he would have gotten the fast expand, and I would have recounted it with my marine.
But still, it didn't
rush.
seem like he was focusing on building a whole lot of units. That might actually just be what it seems to me because you kind of took them all out in 3 seconds. But
dude, look at that roach getting destroyed.
Oh man, that just
hurts.
Hurts.
By the way, Terran players, get Infernal Pre-Igniter if you're using Hellions at all. It's so good against workers. I mean, just get it. It's awesome, and plus it just makes your Hellions look cooler. And yeah, so that was my first cast. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully I'll get this going on a channel soon. I think it'll be called Control StarCraft, and Jace will probably get a channel going, and I don't really know what his name's
I don't
gonna
know.
be.
I'm not really a StarCraft 2 caster type person because I'm really bad. I'm like rank 1 Bronze League. So
hey, he's rank 1, guys.
Rank 1, yeah.
Alright, so yeah, that was my first video, and hopefully I'll bring more to Danger MCE and possible future channels. So yeah.
Alright.
See ya.
See ya later. F9.
I pressed it. I pressed F9. No, because now your request is